I'm surrounded by boxes. I need to sort these boxes. Right. These boxes are from Soda. I ordered my Soda in bulk, but I stole my plushies in them and my beanies and probably other stuff too. And right now I've got no clue what is in which box. They all look the same. Market prep is mixed in with regular plushies. So I need to sort that. And I thought it would be fun to show you what I have, because I have a lot. And also the bin. The bin is full. And when the bin is full, I need to update shop. And when I need to update shop, I also need to move stuff from the bin into a box. So that's what we're doing today. I'm just gonna empty all of it, show you what's in it, and then I'm gonna not bother you with sorting it, because you don't need to see me moving plushies from one box to another and then doing it again because it's not good enough and whatever. So we're just gonna look at a bunch of plushies. There's more in here. This little shoebox here has keychains and small stuff like earrings. This one is empty, but I have it here in case I want to like sort something out more precisely. So we're gonna start with this box. This box has Funky Octopus, Jack-o'-lantern octopus. I love him. He has nice tentacles. He looks cool. And he has a friend in the same box who is the same pattern. I'm gonna make a Google Doc with all the patterns if I can remember the pattern. Some of these are old or freehanded and then I don't have a pattern. But everything that has a pattern I will put in the Google Doc in the description. Two big, chunky, spooky octoboys go onto the couch. Then big capybara with a little pumpkin hat. This is a set, the pumpkin comes with him. I was thinking about making little seasonal hats, but I don't know. Oh, hi Niyo! Hi baby! I gave the cat a little toy so she wouldn't eat the cardboard boxes. So you might hear her be a loud kitty at some point, but otherwise she would be eating stuff here and that's not good. We have a little fruit bat. This one's an orange. This box has the other fruit bat. That's how you know it's disorganized, because that's two whole boxes away from it. Yeah, little fruit bats. They look kind of grumpy. I don't know why I didn't give them a little smile. But they're cute and pretty big. Whoop. Whoop. Then this box has one little mallard, one little orange mushy boy, a leggy froggy in dark green. I know there's more in this color. I don't know where, but I know there's more. And a little dice bag. This dice bag definitely needs to be stored separately because I need a separate storage for dice bags, because dice bags are for the convention. Hi Niyo, did you? Oh. Okay, good, you still have it. I thought you pushed your ball under the couch, you little silly gremlin. So I think I'm gonna put dice bags in this. And then that's stored. And that's everything in the first box. Lovely. This box has beanies in it. Now I'm making these Kirby beanies. This one isn't folded yet. I'm making these Kirby beanies, but I still need to put eyes on them. So these aren't technically done yet. So I'm gonna just throw those in a different corner, right there. These are done. This one's like blue, double-sided gray, and then you fold over the brim so you can wear it as gray with a colorful brim, or as colorful with a gray brim, and that's lovely. I really like this blue yarn, but I didn't have enough of it for a full beanie. We have a plain black one, still double-sided for extra warmth, but it doesn't have a different color on the inside. We have another plain black one that's black on one side and white. So then you have a white beanie with a black brim, or the other way around. I'm thinking about adding some decorations to these, but that's going to be a later problem. For now, all of them are going to be in one box, and I'm going to put a sticker on that box. This is a red one, also double-sided. This is a cat ear one, so if you put this on, the little pointies go like this and you are a kitty. This design of beanie has been very popular lately, I'm sure you've seen it. It's also double-sided. The other side is a little lighter. This yarn is super thick, super warm, I love it. But I didn't have enough of it to make it so you can fold it very nicely. So this is more of a children's size, which wasn't intentional, but it works. Hi Niyo, did you roll your ball under the couch? Or are you just vibing here? If you're just vibing, that's cool. This is a crochet beanie. It's one of the cat ear ones, so it goes pointy. All of the previous ones were done on a knitting machine, which goes a lot faster, but these are just crocheted by hand. There is no crochet machine. Yeah, this is made with Scheepjes Chunky Monkey. It's really nice and soft. Here's another knitting machine one. It's double-sided. It's got the little cat ears. The other side is just a different part of the same colorway. We've got a cat ear one that is blue on one side and red on the other side. This one is just one-sided. It's a regular beanie with a foldable brim, but if you fold it, it's the other side of the knit. I ran out of yarn, so I decided to make one that's one-sided. It's a lot thinner, so you can wear this when it's not as cold, I guess. Hi, baby. You want to sit with me? Please don't eat the beanies, baby. I got you a toy so you wouldn't eat the boxes or the stuff. You can sit with me or you can play. You can get cuddles later. Yeah? Okay. One-sided one again in blue. It's the cat ears. This is the Hobbii Black Friday yarn from last year. It's a little bit rough, but it is very warm, which I think is good for beanies. Because rough yarn is usually a little bit more sturdy. Also one-sided, but the round top in a little blue colorway from the Zeeman, I think. The crochet again, stripies, round, Chunky Monkey yarn, very nice. This is the tweed yarn from the Action. It's a cat ear one. And this is also a cat ear one in, I have no clue, this was just a random scrap I had. This is closer to a kid size again. And then here's a little bunny ear bucket hat. This was at some point a commission, but the person never picked it up. This is one I only had commissions for like friends and classmates. And I think she just changed her mind, but that's fine. It's cute. Someone else will want it eventually. That's all the beanies. That is a full box. Now here's more stuffies. There's another orange mushie. A red one. Light green one. I like this shade of green. Put mushies on the stack. Let's see, brown mushy and reverse brown mushy, so brown body with the white cap. I think this one reminds me of chocolate chip, I don't know why. Probably because the little spots are brown. I'm just gonna grow a nice pile here. Green leggy froggy, light green leggy froggy, orange leggy froggy. I made so many of these because you don't have to put it in the eyes or stuff them yet, because when you make them the bottom stays open. So I was just making froggy shells in class for like a month, because a lot of my lectures just let me do that. angry frog. Whoop. Shrimp. The scuffed fox with the leftover yarn that wasn't enough to make a full fox, but I didn't realize until I started it. He's got little piercings. I don't really know what to think of him. He's funky, I guess. Oop. There's this weird leggy cat thing I made at some point with a nice tail. Soft and squishy. Another mallard. And another one. There was already one in here, I think. Yeah. And then a light one. Light green mallard. Pile. Got 2 more. Just 2. 3 more of the Spooky Octos in Scheepjes Color Crafter, a Rickarimi cotton cake, and more Color Crafter. This is the first one that I made, and you can tell because somehow it only has 7 tentacles. I don't know how that happened, but it did. All of the other ones, they're perfect. This guy, so chunky. His brain, big. This guy is very textured because cotton yarn is textured. I like the color changing cake for this pattern. I just think it looks a little silly in the tentacles. But on his head it is nice. It goes from like fully purple to with a little bit of brown in it. I like it. Onto the pile you go. Niyo is sniffing the box and staring at me. More frogs. Dark green. A frog with pants and a bow tie. And a light green one. I make many frogs. We have a little slimy guy. He's round. I wanted to say he reminds me of a pillow, but he's kind of small to be a pillow. If you made him bigger and like chunkier yarn, he could be a pillow. We're there, and we have a few little scuffed bears. 2 different noses. This is the same yarn as that scuffed fox with like missing parts. It's yarn from the Zeeman. I was trying to find chenille yarn in the Netherlands. It's hard to find for like a reasonable price. At least it was last year. It's getting easier. And this yarn does not want to cooperate. I might be using a wrong hook, like a wrong material hook, but it did not want to work with me. And then the same little bear pattern, but in an acrylic, and then he's super tiny. I gave him little bow ties. I don't know why I did that. They're tiny little lads. And then we have a couple of the little Triceratops guys. I put little bows on them when I made them. I don't know why I did that, but they have little bows. Oh, there's a stitch marker in here. Wow. Let me put that there. I hope Niyo doesn't get it. So there's 2, 4, 6 of those, and one of them doesn't have a bow tie. Huh. Where did your bow go? Niyo, don't eat the box. Baby. Don't do that. Don't do... Ow! Don't do that. Don't be a meanie. Don't be a little weenie, baby. We got 2 of these little Dumbo Octos. This is just a regular fuzzy acrylic. Say fuzzy, it's more like the yarn fuzzes. It's not fuzzy yarn. And a little cotton. These colors are cute. The pile is growing. Right, and then we have this box next to me. We have gelatinous cube. This is more like a pillow. He's big and chunky, and he's been stabbed. Pow! We have a Cthulhu. 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 Another one. Another one. Whoa. Boom. 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 Little brainy turtle. Oh, hi Niyo. When did you get there? Little brainy zombie turtle. Sleepy Kirby with his little sleepy hat. You want to wear the hat, Niyo? Here, you can wear the hat. No? Okay. Sleepy Kirby. Little felt face. Little fox. Mind Flayer. With no legs, just a butt and a long robe. I wanted to say skirt, but that is probably not smart to say to Mind Flayer. We have this little Sam turtle, little spooky guy. I like his little frills. Yeah, he's funky. Boom. Little eyeball turtle. My housemates really did not like him. They thought he looked yucky, and I think he's cute. We have Pochita, best boy, tiniest baby. We have this little ducky with a froggy hat, which is attached securely. We have Leggy Frog. Leggy Frog. Leggy Froggy. Another one. Another one. Oh, and then one in a silly outfit. He's a jack-o'-lantern. Love him. Love the frogs. There's so many of them. I can probably make a whole box for just the frogs. We have the little squids. Little squids. They are cute little squiddies. I made 3 of these recently. Oh, it's quite recent. And then the rest of this box is dice bags. This one, some of them still have their ends that need to be worked in. I usually just take an evening to do that for all of them. I'm making a bunch of dice baggies for WinCon. It's not until April, so I do this very sporadically. I'm making them all in the tweed yarn from Hobie because I think the colors are nice and it's a sturdy texture. This one has the drawstrings already. Yeah. I'm gonna put them in the dice bag box. It's just a little pouch. Nothing much to say about it, just a little pouch. This one has more to say about it though, because this one has drawstrings, but the drawstrings have hands. Because it's held together by a little frog. By a little tweed froggy. And then you pull his arms through, and he's just holding your dice for you. And his eyes stick out over it. Hi Niyo, what are you doing? Don't show your butt to the camera. Don't do that. What are you doing? Cover your butt, sir. Okay, bye. And then there's this little dragon, who's also a dice bag, right? So you close him, and then if you're not using him as a dice bag, he opens up pretty wide. You can stick your hand in him. Then he does this, like Kermit, you know, Kermit. That's all the dice baggies. That's this box empty. We have this as well. Not as much in here, but still something. We have a very chunky Triceratops. I don't know how he got so chunky. I don't know what I did. It's the same yarn and the same hook as these guys. But that's a considerable size difference. I think I just put a row too many in somewhere. I really don't know what I did. But he looks silly. He's fat. This is one of the oldest plushies I still have. I made this a long time ago. He's just a silly little guy. Well, another one of these. You think they'd all be in the same box together. Another one of the little Dumbo octopuses. This is a chenille yarn held together with a cotton to have a little color effect. I like this. I need to do this more often. I also had one of these. I don't have it anymore. I gifted it to someone. I had one of these that was the same fuzzy yarn, but then the thinner strand of yarn that I held together with it was a variegated yarn, so then you had a nice color changing effect in it. We have a little bat with blue on his ears and wings and stuff. His ears are nice. Yeah, he's a funky guy. The meme dog that I made at some point, I don't know what to do with him. He's silly. This bat with 2 different colored wings. I think the story for this one was that he was an amputee or something. It's like bought up after someone's dog. I really don't remember making this. I remember talking to someone about it. The eyes are so tiny on these. I only had the tiny safety eyes. That's funky. Those are old, by the way. I made these like a really long time ago. This one has a really nice texture. I don't know what yarn this is, but it feels nice. And then we have a little bunny. And a little Koro Sensei. I like this one. He's cute and nice and fidgety. And then we have a little Poliwag that looks very cursed because I made him very fast. And then just a little pink blob that I decided to put some feet on so it looked like Kirby. This was made to play with the car. But then I learned that you can't really make toys out of yarn for a cat because if they eat it, that is not good for them. Right, Niyo? This is no good for you. But she does still like him. We have this little box. It's got the keychains and the earrings. I'm just gonna hold some of them up. We have more leggy froggies. I really made so many of those. Leggy froggies, they're keychains, they have dangly little arms. Yeah. We have a shrimp. He's not attached to anything, he's just small. Small mushy guys on keychains. Perry the platypus hat. Perry. Got the ghosts and the pumpkins. Quite a few of the pumpkins actually. I like the ghosts. Got some of those headphone leaf thingies. Also one in, yes, in regular acrylic. Oh, Niyo boxed herself, okay. And we got some of these stars in a few different colors. And then some clovers. And that is all. Hi, good morning. I don't know if it's still morning, doesn't matter. If I edit properly, you would have just seen a video of a bunch of plushies. Hi Niyo, hi baby. You gonna join me? No? Okay, bye. Bunch of plushies and a little time lapse of this morning where I made a couple more dice baggies. One of these was already finished. I use it as a reference to see how many rows I need to do because I always forget. Niyo, baby, please don't. Okay. I wash all of these before I take them to the comb, don't worry. Finished half of this one, it was already half done, and then I made a whole blue one. And that was my little starting up for today. I'm gonna do just another weekend of keeping track of what I'm actually making. I'm not gonna make as many plushies this weekend because I don't feel like working with chenille yarn for some reason. I just don't feel like it. Probably made too much stuff. I might work on the big seahorse. Niyo, baby, please don't hug the tripod. Baby! Come here, get a snacky. Here, have a snacky, don't eat the tripod. I might work on the big seahorse. I don't know, that one's kind of like use many brain cells because I have to freehand it entirely and it's big. But what it's looking like right now is that I'm going to be making dice baggies because I never have enough of those. And I'm going to be working on some of the big projects that I've got like lying around that I don't really work on that often because they're big and repetitive. Like this cardigan for a friend. Technically it was last year's Christmas that I offered to make this for her, but don't worry about that. We are not worried about the time it takes me to finish things like this. Let me hold it up. Where's the shoulders? Here's the shoulders. The body, like the back and front of the body, I made entirely in like a week. And then I had to do the sleeves and then my brain just went, no, I didn't want to. But recently I got most of one sleeve done. I'm just putting a little black border on it. She wanted the sleeves to stay wide. I usually scrunch them down. But because the body is so oversized, it hangs off the shoulder already. So the sleeves look really short, but they're not. And that's weird. But it's just how it's gonna be. So I'm gonna at least finish the black border on this and then hopefully start the second sleeve. And after that I'm probably gonna do some chores. Got laundry to do, gotta go to the shops, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this today, at least a little bit. Right, here we are again. I made some progress on the cardigan. I can't show you because I covered it with a blanket when I went to the store. And Niyo decided she wanted to sleep on it. Which means I am legally not allowed to touch it. So instead, I'm gonna finish these beanies. I got another type of glue that's been recommended to me by someone else who has used it for similar purposes. So I hope this one works because I really don't want to sew them on. Let's see. This one had the eyes already on it. I sewed these on, which took a while. This one is not optimal. It looks really cute when it's laying there, but as soon as you put it on, the eyes are like super far apart. So I gotta put them a little bit closer together on the next one. But that's okay because we learn from everything that we make. We're gonna... Let's see, I have 3 beanies. One of them has got to be like the correct distance at the end of all of this. I'm gonna fold them into the correct size. Oh, sorry Niyo. That's one. I honestly believe that I'm finishing this cardigan like tonight or tomorrow. At least on time for Monday. Because Monday I've got a fun package to deliver. The scarf that I made for my teacher, professor, lady, whatever you want to call them. I keep calling them teachers, but I know that's not the term for when you're in university, but I'm childish like that. But that class that I have on Monday, I have that from that professor, and then I am in that class with the friend that I'm making that cardigan for. So I think it would be fun if I could do a double whammy, bring 2 boxes to campus and then have the little break time in that class be fun. And on Wednesday I'm bringing this one, the prototype that is a little bit too wide. I'm bringing that one to my class that I have on Wednesday, because in that class there is just a person that really likes Kirby's. And I don't think I'm gonna wear it myself because I have plenty of beanies. So I might as well gift it. These are all folded. Wonderful. Which colors was I using for this? This was the black that I was using. The white. I'm pretty sure this blue. Yeah, this blue. Okay, no red. What did I? Oh, for calcifer. Yeah, that makes sense. And I had one in here. Ooh, that's not a nice noise. Sorry, baby. I had one of each part, so I could use that to measure. Did I have one of each part? No, I only had the blue bit and the black bit. That's fine. I'm gonna probably speed up the process of me cutting them out. Oh, sneaky. Oh, you dropped it. Oh, you can have another one. Oh, good baby. Good baby. Oh, little gremlin baby. Oh, oh, little bean. Okay, bye, baby. Is it? I forgot to check the time. I'm just gonna say good morning, and if it's just barely not morning anymore, that's not my problem. So last night, last thing I showed you, I think, was the Kirby beanies. I haven't checked on those yet. And that I was working on some little squares. I have more squares upstairs, but I attached these together last night. And I think the plan for them is that I'm going to have a little rectangle of squares, like 3 by 4, 12 squares, that goes like this. And then like another one here, and then double it from the back. Niyo, please don't hug the tripod, it's gonna get shaky. Good job, baby. Yeah, then just have like these little rectangles, go around them in double crochets, and then attach them together, add sleeves and just double crochets. I don't think I want to put squares in the sleeves, unless I do. If I do, then that's fine too. And then add ribbing and have a sweater. This is on a 3.5, no, a 3mm hook, which is absolutely mental. Why do I keep doing it to myself? My Pikachu sweater was on a 2.5mm hook. 2.5mm for an oversized, regular, human-sized sweater. What the hell? Anyway, 3mm this time. Slide up right. I worked in some ends, but not nearly all of them, as you can tell. And then this morning, I finished the crochet part of this. So it has a lot of loose ends that I need to work in, as you can obviously see. I don't think I did that at all. No, I did. I worked in the ends of the stripes. There's no, those are worked in. I just need the ends for the ribbing and the buttons and the pocket. What are you eating? You were trying to eat the yarn. Oh, that's not allowed. But the actual cardigan bit is done, and it's like, this looks silly probably, but it's big. It's big. That's a lot of loose ends. Yeah, it's like big and it's wide and the sleeves are nice and long. This one is, they're the same amount of rows. This one feels longer because it's been stretched more. So with blocking, they will be the same. Yeah, we're gonna work in those ends today. Don't eat that. Don't eat that, you little gremlin. I'm gonna work in the ends and work on something else too today. It's barely noon, if at all. I have time. I am so excited to give this tomorrow. I wanted to give it like nearly a year ago. So that makes it fun because that means that she basically forgot that she picked out colors for a present at this point. So that's good. It's really warm. I love this yarn. It's Fantasy by Hobie, the regular size, not the XL. I'm thinking of making myself something with the little purple version of this. But I am on a yarn buying ban for personal projects. I need to finish my personal projects before I start new ones. And besides that, I only buy yarn for commissions currently or market prep. I just realized that I forgot to show the cardigan with the ends worked in. I was so excited, I finished it, I took a picture, I posted it to Instagram, and then I forgot that I wanted to show you. I think I did film a little time-lapse bit of me starting on this, but I'm not going to film more time-lapse for this. I'm gonna work on this in bed later. So the cardigan, it's done. I'm gonna take it to campus tomorrow. I'm very proud of it. It's so warm and big. I think I already explained this, but the sleeves look really short because of how long the body is, but the body reaches past my knees, so the sleeves are full sleeves. But yeah, it's done. There's no more ends to weave in. It's really soft. Niyo likes it. She's been sleeping on it. Yeah, just like with every project that I make, Niyo sleeps on it. And I had 2 and approximately a half. I didn't weigh it, so I don't know if it's exactly half or like closer to a quarter or 3/4. No clue, don't care. 2 full ones and something left of the nice Hobie Fantasy in this pretty red color. And I wanted to make something for myself because the cardigan isn't for me. But I do want something in this yarn. I didn't want to buy more because it would be a different dialogue and I'm not supposed to be buying yarn. Because I have way too many projects going. I did start a new project, but it's with yarn that I already owned, so it's fine. That's how this works. Right, but this is like from a year ago, so they're definitely not on the same title anymore if I were to buy more of it. So I went into my little stash, big stash, and I found this Chunky Monkey in black. And I also had some left in dark gray that I grabbed just in case, but I don't think I'll be using that. This is leftovers from, I have 3 of those by the way. I think they were all full. I didn't weigh them, I don't know for sure. But all of them still had the wrappers on it. And when I used these, I did not center pull them. I pulled from the outside, so I took off the wrapper when I used them. So I'm pretty sure they're all full. And I decided that I'm gonna make a little cropped sweater situation because I think 5.5, 6 skeins of, what weight is this? I don't know if it says the weight, but it's like a 6mm hook, so it's pretty heavy. Is enough for a cropped sweater, so I'm doing the ribbing in the red for the sleeves. Let me remove my thumbhole shirt. Doing the ribbing in red for sleeves. A nice little pattern. This is a really nice texture, so I wanted it near my hands. Then I'm doing the sleeve mostly in the black. It is a very different texture, but it looks similar, so it's fine. I think if I wash it, it will be a similar texture. And this is the first time that I'm doing a more fitted sleeve. Like, there is some room. I can wear a shirt under this. I prefer wearing a shirt under crocheted sweaters because the textures piss me off a little bit. But this is closer to a fitted sleeve than I've ever made before. Usually my sleeves go like way down here, like they are super wide. And I'm just doing that to make sure I have enough yarn. I'm thinking that I'm gonna make this black until about here. Then have a little red stripe, finish it off in black. And for the body, I'm still going to put the borders in red because I just really like this for borders. I don't like the way Junkie Monkey looks in back loops only half double crochets, and I want to use back loop only half double crochets. And then I'm planning to do the front in red and the back in black, or red with a black stripe. That's a problem for later to figure out. I never follow my original plan. Sometimes I throw the entire project just because I don't want to finish it and I want to use the yarn for something else. That's a very good thing to do because it saves a lot of money over buying yarn and just leaving all of those projects in your closet. But it gets a little chaotic sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna work on this, and because it's a cropped sweater and on a 6mm, I think I'm gonna finish it relatively fast. I thought so too for the cardigan. I got the whole body done in like a week, and then I just didn't feel like making sleeves for a whole year. But because I want to use the scrap yarn, and I'm only giving myself like a couple more days to work on the big projects before I gotta make some more plushies. I'm probably gonna feel some kind of pressure to work on this because I want to wear it like a lot more than the other things I'm working on. The other things I'm working on I also want to wear, but I can wear them at different times, if that makes sense. This is gonna be like super warm for a cropped sweater still, so if I wear it over a dress, it's gonna be good for winter. And if I leave this until finishing it in summer, I can't really wear it with like my tweed cardigan. I can wear it in fall, I can wear it in spring, I can technically wear it in summer at night. I don't really go out at night in summer, so it has no use, but it's possible. But sweaters I could really only wear in the cold season because summer is warm and I overheat easily. Yeah, no, but I'm just freehanding this. I don't follow any patterns for clothes because sizing is difficult. I don't do gauge swatches either, ever, which is mostly why I don't follow patterns for clothes. I just make shapes and eventually they line up. I used to make sweaters where I would just make rectangles and then sew them together, so the sleeves were also rectangles. But I realized that if I make the cuff and then I go directly into the cuff, it looks a little bit cleaner than if I have to sew on a cuff later. Yeah, no, I might have this ready to show next weekend. I'm not sure. I might use it for the real-time recording during the week. Or I might work on some stuffies for that. I don't know. I haven't thought ahead for this week. Oh, it's storming again. I've really just been doing whatever I felt like. And that was working with different textures than chenille yarn. Chenille yarn is soft and lovely and amazing, but the texture gets old sometimes. It was also hurting my finger after a while because I really like drag it across my thumb. Where with these yarns I don't do that as much because it's not a stuffed animal and I can have looser tension without it looking bad. Technically I could go down a hook size and have looser tension on the stuffed animals, but that just feels weird because I always use a 6mm for chenille yarn stuffed animals. I don't want to change that because I always do it. That's a bad way of thinking, but it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna continue working on this tonight and not record any of that because it's storming and I like when it's dark inside when it's stormy and I would just watch a Ghibli movie. Might watch Pokemon if the lad is up for it. And probably at some point I'm gonna sew together the other 6 squares. I have 7 more. I have 13. I intended to have 12 to see if the front like this would look fun, but I made an extra because I can't count. Which is fine because I need 12 for the back anyway. And I can always use a square for something. Like I might just turn it into a little outfit for a stuffed animal if I end up with too many. I might work on this. Sometimes I really crave working with tiny hooks. This is like leftover from when I made plushies in cotton yarn on a 2mm hook. That's what I used to do for years straight. So sometimes I just crave tiny yarn. But I'm not supposed to be doing that much anymore because it hurts my wrist. So instead I use it for clothes because looser tension, less pressure in your wrist solves everything. Yeah, you can also kind of tell that I didn't block this one square. I blocked most of the ones I made previously. And then the new ones I was like, I don't feel like waiting, I'm gonna sew it in. And I want to use this one because of the part of the colorway it's at. So I did. And I can tell, but it's gonna be fine because I'm gonna block the full sweater when it's done anyway, and I block the squares just to make sewing easier. It is easier to sew when they're blocked. I'm happy I bought a blocking thing. That definitely is going to make my life easier when I do the big granny blanket that I have yarn for. That I am starting on a 2.5mm hook. A 2.5mm hook blanket. That isn't even for me. I keep making gifts for people that take absolute hours to make, and then when they're done, I'm so happy with the way they look, and they're so pretty and so warm and soft and cozy. And then I get approximately 1 to 4 days of having them in my house, and then I either give them in person or send them off in a box, and it feels kind of bad. I should make more things for myself to keep. Because like I made this blanket on the knitting machine and it's not even mine, it's Niyo's because it's tiny. It's scrap yarn technically. I made a whole blanket and it's for the cat. I have no blanket for myself that I finished. I have a few in progress and I'm probably gonna give them to other people because that's the way I am. So I just have my cheap blanket from the Action, and the cat has a fancy knit blanket that she might be scratching a little bit. She's had it for like multiple months by now. She's not actually damaging it. She's had this since February, I think. So she's being good about it. She's not damaging it that much. She's just making biscuits with a little bit too much force, right, Niyo? You wanna come here, baby? If I give you a snacky, will you come here? Yeah, of course, you love your snackies. You don't put your face in the jar again. Yeah, so I'm just gonna work on stuff, watch movies, let it be dark in here, and I'm probably not going to update for today. So that's it for this week. Niyo says bye again. I'm gonna do this every time, Niyo. I do this on video calls too, you know how it is. You gotta say bye to the people, and then you get more snackies later, because you're a good little baby and you're getting chunky.